Okay, this video is for MyFM. We're going to go over the production order system. So, if you notice on the left here, I clicked on production, then production orders. Now, once we're in here, you can see all of your production orders. Underneath each production order is the status timeline. So this tells you where your production orders are. You can see all mine have been completed because that's what's highlighted. And it just walks down the line here. It starts off at the copy points, so you as the rep put in the copy points. You then send it to the copywriter. Copywriter writes the ad. It comes back to you. You'll get an email. You'll log in the system. If you like it, you'll click on production and then just hit apply at the bottom of the pop-up. And we'll go over all these steps. We'll go and actually do a production order. And then the production will assign it to Talent. Talent then will upload the audio, hit save. You'll then get another email that has the audio attached with the script, and you can forward that to your client if you want. And then it will end up in the completed status. But let's say it gets to the approval process here and you don't like the way the ad was written. Click on Action and report a problem. You're going to select Script needs to be changed. You're going to put in your changes in there, and then you're going to email whoever needs to be notified of those changes. You just simply click in this box and it'll pull up everybody from your company. Hit Save Changes. It then goes back to the copywriter. Same with completed. So if it's come back and you don't like the way the commercial sounds, or your client doesn't like the way the commercial sounds, click on Action, report a problem. Again, same thing. And this time you'll obviously select spot needs to be recut, put in the reason why, and then you'll probably send it back to the producer. Hit Save Changes. Again, it moves backwards in the production order process. Now let's go over this action button. View and edit the PO is the same as clicking on the title of the PO, and it's the same as clicking on the current status that it's on as well. So there's 3 ways you can open it. Click on the status it's on, click on the title, or click on View Edit. Now you can also send production orders to storage. When you send it to storage, it goes here, up to our status selector, stored production orders. So you can always get them out later by clicking on stored production orders and clicking on duplicate production order and just using it again. You can also duplicate, as I just spoke about. So maybe you have an ad from a long time ago that you want to use and you just need to change a few words on it. You can easily use that same production order. You can also print off this production order's details. You can also email this production order at any status. So if it's in the approval status here, you can click on Action and Email, and it will email the script to whoever you want. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll click on this, and you actually type in the person's email. And you can send it to more than one person by just putting in a semicolon. And then put a semicolon. Put in the subject, let me know if you like this ad, and then put in the body, let me know of any changes. Anything you want to put in there, you can put in there. Click on email, it goes on its way. You can view the history of a production order. So who did what when? So you can see the times and the dates and who did it. You can see Sean's name on there. It just tells you every status who did what. You can also view all the files for this production order. View Add Files. Click on that. It will show you every file that was uploaded for that production order. And just to be clear, you can upload any kind of file you want to the system, as many files as you want. So maybe it's instruction from the agency. You can upload their PDF, their Word doc, whatever it may be, and it'll all show here. However, you can easily view all the files that were ever uploaded for this client by clicking on All Files. And it'll show you absolutely everything. You can also sort this list by name, size, and date modified by simply clicking on the text. Now, if you want to download a file, you select the file, and if we had more here, we can select them. We would select Bulk Action, Download, hit Apply. We can download all of our files at once if we wanted to as well by selecting this top option here. Download, and it would highlight them all, hit Apply. Now you'll notice the upload file is still here. Now this is all optional. We just want to make it easy for you at really anywhere in the system to be able to upload files. So you don't have to upload files. You can actually drag and drop in here too. You don't have to click upload and find your files. If you know right where they are and you have two screens, you can click and drag and drop them in this and they'll upload all at once. Last is your report a problem, which we've already gone over. You can also sort your list by customer. I only have one customer in my test account, but this would show you all your customers, and then it would show you only those production orders for that client. Now on the status selector, you have a bunch of different options. Active production orders. When you're on this, it shows you all of your production orders in these statuses. So it'll show you all your production orders that are in the copy point status, copywriter status, everything that's in the approval status, everything that's in the production status, everything that's been assigned to talent, and everything that's come back as completed from talent. Now, after the ad comes back completed and you're happy with it, you'll then traffic the ad, and we'll go over that in a minute. When it goes to traffic, though, you'll be able to see from the production order system where they are. So you'll be able to see if they're in traffic, awaiting to get on the air, or if they're actually on the air. You're going to completely ignore this dubbing step. Users at MyFM do not use dubbing, so completely ignore dubbing. And then again, here's your stored production orders if you sent something to storage. And then all production orders shows you absolutely everything in all these statuses. So let's go ahead and get an ad made. Click on New, New PO. From here we select our customer that we want to do the production order for. Now, if the ad is already done, meaning the agency sent it over and there's nothing to do, you're going to select pre-produced. However, if you've cut the audio, you still need to get some stuff done. If you need to have it cleaned up or whatever, you're still going to want to do a standard production order. So again, pre-produced is for ads that are completely done. Nothing needs to be done to them whatsoever. So you're going to click on pre-produced. You're going to put in the title. And we encourage you to use titles that you'll recognize later, because you can use these production orders again and again. And you may want to use them in the future. So you want to name them something, again, that you'll recognize very easily. You'll say how long the ad is. Is it a 30-60? And you can use these, which is kind of tedious, but you can also just simply highlight and say 60 seconds. You can also say whether it's a co-op or not. And then optionally, you can put in the script. I believe at MyFM that you need to put in the script each time. So you would just paste your script in there, upload the file, and we'll just put this one in here. And this is a song, so it will take a little bit longer to upload. Now, once it's uploaded, you'll have a little player down here. And that player goes along with the production order the entire way. So now that it's uploaded, we can then hit apply and it'll pull up our traffic screen. We also can hit save and add another. Sometimes you get multiple ads from a agency. You would hit save and add another, select your client again, go through the same process, and then on the last ad, you're going to hit apply. And again, it's going to pull up your traffic screen. And we'll get to that in a minute. Or maybe you just want to save changes. You can save changes and it will save this in the copy point status. Now you notice here's our player now. We can play it from here. We can also download this file if we want. We can also remove it as well. But let's go ahead and get an ad made. We're going to do a standard production order this time. New PO, select our customer, select standard PO. Put in the title, and then our length. Cell style. How many voices are you going to need for this ad? Maybe it's a mom and a daughter talking. Maybe it's a husband and a wife. So you would need 2 voices. Maybe you need 3 voices, whatever it may be. Here's when you actually need it written by. Here's when you actually need the ad to be cut and produced. You can say whether it's a co-op or not. Cart numbers are optional on every single status. So I believe you guys don't put in the cart numbers until the very end. I don't even think reps have to worry about this. So completely ignore this. put in the talent. So maybe you like Doug's voice. Okay? You can say to the producer, hey, I'd appreciate it if you used this voice. And now does it need a jingle, a tag, music bed, or other? I'm going to say it needs a music bed. I'm going to say rock music, please. And then you can also put in any other instructions that you want in here. Here's where we put in pronunciations. So this is really handy for your First Nation names, especially if your PO's going out to talent that's on the other side of the country that's not familiar with how to pronounce that name. You'll want to spell it out phonetically in here. Now your copy points. Here's where you put in your copy points. But real quick, I want to show you something. You can click and drag and open these boxes and make them bigger. When they have this little icon here, the 3 little lines, you can click and make them longer. So you can put in whatever copy points you want. And go down the line there. This copy box is for the copywriter, so you don't need to worry about this. You would go ahead and upload the file. And I'm going to upload a couple files because I want to show you something. So I'm going to just use some smaller files here so it's a little bit faster. Start upload. So you'll now notice there's some stars there. Now, this was intended to notify traffic that that's the ad that you want them to use to be on the air. Because if you'll notice, if you start uploading a lot of files, it could get confusing for traffic that has to put the ad on the air as to which file they actually use. So you'll use the star system to mark that, hey, this is the ad that I want to go on the air. Okay? Now, as I said, when we're doing a pre-produced ad, if you cut the audio and you need it cleaned up and you need music added, you're still going to use a standard PO. But you're probably not going to use copy points. You may want to put in the instructions, hey, this ad is cut, I just need it cleaned up, I need rock and roll music put behind it. So you don't necessarily have to use the copy points there. You'd probably want to paste your script in here. Now, next thing you want to do is hit apply and send it to the copywriter. You'll notice by default it says copy my FM. But maybe you want someone else to write it. So you can click on this and select whoever you want. But maybe you want to save it for later. You can hit save changes and it will save it as a draft in the copy points status. One last thing I want to show you is that you can actually skip steps. As long as you have the rights. If you come to this drop down and you can't select anything, that simply means that you don't have the rights to do so. You'll then want to go to your manager and ask them if you could have the rights to move the production order to one of these statuses. So get customer approval, send to be produced, assign to producer, mark as complete. So let's come back to the example to where you cut the ad, the audio ad. So it doesn't need to go to the copywriter. You're going to skip that step and you're going to choose producer. You're going to send it to the producer and tell them that you need it cleaned up. But for now, we're going to send it to the copywriter. We're going to hit apply. It then goes to the copywriter. They get an email saying, hey, here's the ad, here's the copy points. They then come in the system and they're going to click on approval because the next logical step is get approval from you. They're going to see your copy points up here, and again, they can click and drag this so they can see it all. They're going to simply type the ad out here. And just so you know, we do have some formatting options. You can make the text normal or huge. Small is the default. You can also make things bold, italic, underline, and make things a different color. So maybe you want this text to be orange. And you can also undo what you just did. So if you click on these little circles here, that's backwards. This is forward. So once the copywriter's happy, he's going to send it to get customer / rep approval. They're going to hit apply on that. And now you as the rep is going to get an email with the copy in it. So now that it's in the approval status here, we're going to click on production. Once we like the way the ad has been written, send to be produced. We hit apply, and then it goes on its way. So now the producer gets an email saying, hey, the ad needs to be cut. They then click on assign. They're going to assign it to talent, and then they're going to find the person they want to send it to. And we'll just send it to tech support for now, so we're not messing with anyone. They can also put in production instructions in here. They then hit apply. It then goes on its way to the talent. Talent gets an email. So now talent comes in and clicks on complete. They read the ad, cut the audio, upload the file, mark it as complete, hit apply. Now you as the rep will get an email with the script and with the audio. That email comes to you, and you can simply, now that the ad's been completed, the next step is to traffic it. So we're going to click on traffic here. We can put in any special instructions that go to the traffic director. Maybe this ad ends at 9 p.m. on the 26th. Put in the start dates. We'll say it starts on the 17th. Cart number, again, you do not have to do this. Yeah, you will never do this, as a matter of fact. Percentage. So you want this ad to run 100% of the time. But we can add a second ad to this traffic order. We can click on the stations we want it to run on. We can select as many as we want. We can even click all stations and just simply delete the ones we don't want to use. You're going to completely ignore these ISKI codes. You do not use these ISKI codes at MyFM. Well, you'll notice down here, here's our files. So this is just verifying to you that the correct ad is going to play. If this was an audio file, you would actually have the player down there and you can listen to it to verify that that is the ad that's going on the air. And we encourage you to do that just to double check your work. Now, again, this is at 100% because this is the only ad running. But maybe the client said, hey, can you run that ad from 2 years ago? You can go, sure. Now you're going to collapse this toggle. This is what we call a toggle in the Influence FM system. And it shuts it. Okay, gives you more room to work. Now, on this drop down, it says select a PO to add. Now these titles here are nonsense. Yours will actually make sense, but I'm just going to select any old one here. I'm going to say this one here. Down below, it gives you the script that you put in there. Again, it's nonsense. This would actually have a script that makes sense to you, but that just helps you verify that that's the ad that you want to run with this first ad. Now, before I click add to rotation, to add this ad to the rotation, it's going to copy everything we have up here verbatim, but we can change that. But it is going to split this 50-50, the percentage. Add to rotation. But now we can come in here and adjust things. There's no files on this one because with this PO I never uploaded any files. That's why you're not seeing any here like you do up here. But if we open that, there's our 50-50, but we can change this. Maybe we want this to run 25% of the time and this to run 75% of the time. I'm going to toggle this shut, toggle this open, and again, we can change. Maybe this only goes to the 25th, and maybe it doesn't run on that station. Once we're happy with everything, and by the way, we could do another ad if we wanted to. We can add as many production orders to a traffic order that we want. And you can also delete these as well. You can't delete the first one you did, though, just so you know. But here's the delete option. And you'll notice there's our upload file option again. This is optional. You do not have to use this, but maybe at this point you want to upload some instructions that's on a Word doc or PDF. Whatever it may be, you can upload any kind of file you want, as many files as you want here. We can also save these as a draft in case we're waiting for one of our ads to get finished, but we're going to go ahead and hit send to traffic. Now traffic gets an email saying, hey, we need to get those ads on the air. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell on the production order system. Only thing I want to go over one more time is the status selector. The best way to look for ads is to make sure that you're on the correct status. So again, active production orders is going to show you everything in these statuses. So if you can't find something it's probably a result of you not being on the correct status. Okay? Active production orders will show you everything here, but maybe you want to only see everything in production. And again, your customers, you can sort by your customer as well. One thing that people seem to not take notice of is our search options. If we click on search here, it defaults to production orders to search. But you can search customer, contract, and tasks all at the same time. But since we're in the production order system, it automatically selects production order for us. So you can also search up here as well. And that is it, guys. If you have any questions at all, give us a call at 888-244-0436 extension 2. And our phone number is right down here. And we're offline right now because it's late Sunday night, but you can leave us a message as well. And we do get back to you on the weekends. But again, that number is always right there. You can call us or chat with us. Right now, it's just a messaging system that gets emailed to us, and we will answer you on the weekends. But we answer this from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. Arizona time. Again, if we're at our chat desk, you will get an instant message from us. So this is probably the best way to contact us with this messaging system down here. But that's pretty much it, guys.